Lesson 5, command respect. Now, what I want to do in the 100 points, this 100 tenets of business, is I don't want to talk too much about the fluffy bullshit that all the other millionaires talk about and teach, because what they're really doing is copping out. So it's very easy for Tai Lopez, who has no real business skill. Tai Lopez doesn't know anything about business, to say, you get rich by reading books, because it sounds easy. Then everyone goes, oh, really? Okay, I'll read books. It sounds easy, but it's not true. And think positive, you'll get rich. That's not true either. But some things are true. And number 5, this is true. Command respect. This is true. So I'll give you an example. We're going to go back to Dan, the T2 guy. So I still talk to Dan sometimes now. And he's a good guy. He's got a good heart, but he just loves drugs. Some people do. One of the reasons I'm good at business is because I command respect. And I command respect because I'm a physical specimen of a man. This is the reality. I'm a professional fighter. So this helps me, whether I'm running my webcam girls or whether I was pitching television advertising. There's a level of respect humans have for other humans who are a physical specimen. Dan is a big black guy. The way Dan sold and acted and treated staff, he could get away with that he couldn't get away if he was an obese white guy. Because there's something evolutionary about humans. And if you're a person who's viewed as strong, people respect you and people trust you. If you want to run a business and you want people to spend money with you, then one of the best things you can do is go to the gym. Tell you the truth. Get in fucking physical shape and people will see, okay, well, he's obviously not afraid of hard work. He's obviously disciplined. There's some things that are spoken without being spoken. There's a word for it that will come to me. And having a physical presence is one of them. It helps in business every possible way. If I stand up, when I used to stand up to sell TV advertising in front of people and say, I guarantee you spend $19,000 with me. I guarantee you spend $19,000 with me, you get double back. When they see your product on TV, a product like this, it's going to sell. Do you sell online? Yeah. Where else do you sell? Tesco, Sainsbury's. Oh, you're in the superstores as well. You're going to make twice your money back, guaranteed. If I say that as a big, strong guy who they could tell obviously trained really hard, was disciplined, was not afraid of hard work, that was more valuable than if I was a fat piece of shit. It's going to work. I'm like, well, what the fuck do you know? You just eat pizza. You don't know anything. Go to the gym. Command a physical presence. I'm not saying you have to beat anyone up. I'm saying if you command a physical presence, your words have more weight and it helps in business across all things. Everything. Now, you can be successful without physical presence. There's a whole bunch of dorks who are successful. But I'm talking about what I know about business and what I've learned. This is the Hustlers University. And what I'm saying is it will help you. Even if you're Bill Gates and he was super successful and he's a dork, he would have been more successful if he was a big, strong dude. It's never going to detriment you to be bigger and stronger in life, and whether it's in business and every other aspect of life. Being bigger and stronger and commanding physical presence will always help you. It shows discipline. It shows that you understand hard work, and it makes your word more valuable. And sometimes in business, all you've really got is your word. You have to promise people shit and they have to believe you. So if you do that as a big, strong dude, people just believe you more. This is just the harsh reality. This is the Hustlers University. I told you it's no nonsense, it's no garbage. If you want to run a company, start going to the gym, get big, get strong. It's going to help you make money. Sooner or later, I guarantee you it's going to help you make money. This is point 5. Don't neglect it because it's very, very true. Even if it only helps you 10%. 10% is a lot. 10% is the business. 10% is the difference between success and failure. 10% is the difference between a little bit of money and a lot of money. 10% is a huge difference. If you're selling, let's say you're selling $1 million of product and you got a 20% margin, that's 200K. If you had an extra 10% margin because you're the big, strong guy and you got 300K, bang, that's an extra 100 grand a year. That's a fucking 911. That's a Porsche. There's a big difference. It's a big difference. So do not neglect number 5 because it's real. Check the guns. Would you, and here, let me prove the point. Would you have bought this course? You bought this course because I'm Eندروتیت. You trust me. You've obviously looked at me and you go, you know what? Something about this guy. He knows something. I trust him. Would you have still bought this course if I was morbidly obese? Genuine question. I know it's an extreme, but it's a question. If I was morbidly obese in my chair and very, very fat, I'm going to teach you about business. Would you have bought the course? Or would you have thought, fuck you, fat fuck, you don't know nothing? And if you're honest with yourself, you'd think, yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't have bought from you if you were obese. So that's the extremes. I'm a professional fighter, obese. These are extremes. But the extremes prove the point. The closer you are to in good physical condition, the the more likely you are to be respected, and the more likely you are to be able to say things and people believe you. So, get in physical shape. That's point 5. Commanding respect is always going to be able to help you throughout life, especially in business. Point 6. Resell to people you've already sold to. It's the easiest money you'll ever make. So, in T2 television, because obviously we knew we weren't making money. When shit was getting hard, what we do is we were selling these 18, 19 grand deals. And one of the reasons we survived so long is we'd get people to sign up, pay 18, 19 grand, make their advert, show them their advert, hope they loved it. And if they love their advert, then we try and sell a bonus airtime package. We come at them and say, by the way, we've got a really big purchase coming up for McDonald's, some bullshit. And we're getting airtime extremely cheap. And for only an extra 5 grand, we can get you an extra 100 spots on TV. Some garbage, some bullshit. And try and sell them this extra package. And this package had some profit in it for us. The spots we'd give them would be in the middle of the night, cheap, bullshit. And this was our only chance to make any profit. So if they said no to this, we did all the work for effectively nothing. If they said yes, we'd sell it for 5 and it was like 4 grand profit. That's how we were surviving. So if we tried to put that in at the front end and sell 24, 25 grand packages, we couldn't sell it. But if we sold them at 19 and then tried to upsell them later, we had about 60, 70% upsell rate if people liked their advert. So the easiest money you'll ever make is selling to people who have already bought from you before, as long as you relatively fulfilled your deal. So we did it after the advert. We never tried to sell it to them before they saw the advert because then it was much harder to sell. So if you do a good job or a half good job, the best customers you're ever going to have are people who have already bought from you before. You should already know this about business. This is a very easy one. But it is so much easier to sell to someone who's already bought from you than it is to sell to someone new. A lot of you watching this may have already bought something from me before. Congratulations, you must know a lot of shit. But it's very, very important. It's very, very true. So I know a lot of people with a lot of different businesses, and they all call me up for advice. And one of the first things, I had a guy call me up about 2 months ago, and he was saying he was struggling for cash. He asked me to borrow money. And I said, I won't say who he is or what his business is, because you'll know. Some of you will know. So to protect him, I was like, well, okay, how much do you need? He's like, 200 grand. So how many customers do you have? He goes, oh, all in all? Yeah, all in all. How many customers are on your database? He goes, oh, about 10,000. Like, bro, there's your 200 grand. Put together a fucking email campaign. Do a huge discount. You don't have to let it leak out into the public. Let them pay full price. These people have bought from you before. Put it all together, pow, and blast it out. There's your 200 grand. What do you need me for? These people have bought from you before and you delivered. There's your money. Your money's sitting right there. Go get it. So easy to sell to people who have already bought from you before if you did a half good job. In business, you don't need to sell to tons of people if you can sell to the same people over and over again. And it's much easier to sell to the same people over and over again than it is to keep finding new people. Keep that in mind, especially during times where you need cash, or you're trying to raise cash, or you want to increase cash flow. The first thing you should do, if you have a company and you're making a bit of money, making a little bit of money, and you go, you know what, I want to make some more, what can I do? Don't look at advertising more. Don't look at getting new customers. Don't look at a new product launch. The first thing you should do is go, is there anything I've already got that I can resell to people who have already bought from me? And that is the easiest money you're ever going to make. Don't forget that, because you'll need that at certain points in your business career. You're going to need to be able to pull that ace out your sleeve and generate money from thin air. So keep in mind, that's point 6.